Here we have the new 2026 Nissan Frontier. Now this one is a crew cab, comes with a PRO-4X trim level, bluestone pearl is the paint, and then we have the charcoal cloth interior. The powertrain consists of a 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6 engine that's made it to a 9-speed automatic transmission, 310 horsepower, 281 pound-feet of torque. As we come around to the front end here, we do get our LED headlamps along with the LED daytime running lights and LED fog lights. The lights don't dance like that, that's just how my camera's picking them up. And I apologize for the wind noise in advance, but really like the ruggedness of the look here. It looks really, really tough. As we come around to these wheels, these are gonna be 17-inch alloy. I like the design there on these bigger tires. Now we do have really nice running boards here, passive keyless entry on the front, and then to the door panel, power mirror controls. We have our power door lock controls, rear window lockout, one-touch up and down windows for the front, regular power windows on the back, blind spot monitors in the side mirrors, bottle holder there, tow mode, safety system, push pedal, parking brake, rear differential locks here, and then traction control as well. We get a manual tilt telescoping steering wheel. Here's our power driver's seat, two-way power lumbar support. But I want to give a huge thanks to John Roberts Nissan here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, and compared to the Tacoma, compared to the Canyon, I feel like the Frontier has the better leg room. It's still not like fully comfortable for me, but I just feel like there's more space back here in a crew cab setup. USB-C and a USB-A charge port. There's a look at the front from back here. LED reading lights throughout. This middle seat will fold down. You have bottle holders there. And then we have a sliding rear window. It's manual, you just take and pull. Now still with the seat here, if you pull up here, give it a little bit of pressure on the bottom. You have a little bit of storage you can use there if you want to on either side. And then I'm gonna take the seat belt off to show this. You pull this strap here, and then you do have access to top tethers behind the seat itself. So that's pretty neat to have. Fuel cap there. As we come around to the back end, there's a look at the tail lights, hitch receiver, spare tire. I like that exhaust tip. Then an easy let down tailgate. Now this bluestone pearl is a really pretty color. It's probably my favorite. Really, there are several on the PRO-4Xs that I really like, so I can't even say that. I like that yellow and that orange too. But here's a look at the seat from this side. Your lower anchors are behind the cover here if you need those for the car seats. Child locks, lock, unlock there. Now to the front passenger seat, you do get power here, which is nice. A lockable glove compartment here. And then to the window sticker, y'all can pause anywhere you need to take a closer look at anything. A few options on this one, but $46,150 is the sticker price, 16 city, 20 highway. And there's the crash test ratings and the parts content if you're interested. Now as we come back around to the front end, I think I forgot to pop the hood. Yeah, hood latch is, where is it? Ah, it's up here. But there's that 310 horsepower 3.8 V6. Let's go ahead and check out the blinkers, then hop in the driver's seat. So LED turn signals, that's nice. And then LED on the front as well. But out of the wind tunnel we go. So nice leather wrap steering wheel here. There's the horn. Now over to this radio, we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth. We also get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility. You kind of have a home page here you can go through, which is kind of neat. You can customize that as well. And then you have your presets you can basically just hold there and it'll beep at you letting you know. Info's here if you want any of that there. Connection's pretty easy to go through. And then your settings are right here. So come over here to your others, change your display, your language, and your units for temperature and distance. And you have apps and the cameras, whatnot. You can fool with the display settings if you want to do that. Backup camera, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Get a volume knob here. You can click there to turn the audio off. Then you have a tune knob here. If you press this in, you can pull up your sound settings, bass, treble, balance, and fade. Then adjust those by turning the knob. You can pull up the camera on the fly with this button here, which is pretty nice. And then your hazards are right there. Dual zone automatic climate control, so you can adjust temperature, turn the dual mode on or off. Fan direction, you can change that. Fan speed, you can adjust, turn the whole system on or off. Your auto mode's there. 12 volt right here. And then you have your 4-wheel drive right in there. Your auto stop toggles here. Down below, 2-stage heated seats for the front, heated steering wheel for the driver, parking sensors, you can turn those on or off with the push of that button. You get a USB-C and a USB-A input that connect directly to the radio. Little storage there. And then for the shifter, push this in, park, reverse, neutral, drive. Then you can come over here and you get a manual mode. You can see what gear you're in that bottom part of the gauge cluster right there. Now over here you have your full 4-wheel drive control. So based on how you're driving, you have your on-road, your sand there, and then you have your mud as well as your rock. So that's basically going to be your full 4-wheel drive. So once you have it in there, it'll allow you to actually do this, but it's not letting me do it because I'm not in 4-wheel drive. And then we have a downhill brake control, so we can toggle that there. Bottle holders, center console cubby space. And there's a look at the back from up here. SOS button if you ever need that. Nice bright white lights. Sunglasses holder. And then you have your vanity mirror there. Now back up front, left side stock, blinkers, high beams, low beams, auto, and then your fog lights there. Right side, you have your intermittent wipers, one time off, intermittent low, high. You can adjust that intermittent frequency here, pull up for the fluid. Left side of the steering wheel, you can use this to go through your audio sources, and then you can use this to go through kind of like a track list radio stations. You can go through all that, your presets, and then use this button to go through the middle part of the gauge cluster, and you can go through your sub menus there. So a lot of info. You can see fuel economy and tire pressure monitor, and then you can go to your driver assistance, full with that. Then you can change your units for mileage as well as your tire pressure and temperature in here. Volume down, volume up, voice recognition, Bluetooth. And then on this side, cruise control, you can turn that on or off, adjust the gap, adjust for the adaptive cruise, and then you can set your speed and cancel the cruise there. Push button start. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro-4X out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Frontier here, this V6 has quite a bit of power. It's really fun to drive. I like having a traditional 9-speed automatic that feels raw. You can put it into the manual mode if you want to. It's just it's one of those options where I feel like Nissan really is the last man standing, almost like the Mustang in a sense, where the Mustang is like the last true V8 sports car, muscle car. This is like the last real mid-size pickup truck, where Tacoma's gone to 4-cylinder, the Colorado's gone to 4-cylinder, the Ranger's gone to 4-cylinder. So it's just something I find interesting. And I don't know how much longer the Frontier is gonna be like this. Might be time for a redesign or something like that, and they might put a 2-liter turbo or something crazy in there. But I feel like the Frontier kind of reminds me of the Ridgeline in a sense, where it's too big of a truck to really put a turbo 4 in it, or you shouldn't maybe, but also a V6 is kind of stout in here as well. So I actually really like how this truck has kind of held its own over the years, because I think they're really solid options that just don't get the attention that they deserve. Now, sound acoustics in here are pretty good. I really like how the truck drives. You can feel the road quite a bit in it, but it just feels rugged in this Pro-4X trim level. If you go down to like the S or the SV, it's relatively smooth, but you get in this Pro-4X just with the Bilstein shocks and all that, and it's a tough stance. And I really like it. If you're getting this truck, that's what you want anyway, just in a stock form. It's still comfortable to drive, but loads of fun with all of the off-road oriented products you get here. And even the road noise, the tires sound tough, they sound off-roady, but it doesn't sound like a grappler or something like that. It's just the right kind of thud for everyday driving if you need it, but also when you need to go off-road, it's capable of pretty much doing everything you need. Now, in terms of the visibility, the hood is kind of up. Doesn't really affect how I can see personally, but if you're getting close to, like, I don't know, parking something, if you're getting close to like a pole or something in front of you, you will have to kind of lean up to make sure you're not about to hit it, because it kind of tricks you based on how the hood's setting up. But the overall look of the truck is where a lot of that comes from, so I'll take it. But everything else, like, I like how the dash isn't necessarily coming up like some of the other vehicles I've driven today, just coincidentally. It's slanted just enough. The steering wheel is just level enough so it's taking up the hood there, and it's not really making it hard to see out the windshield. And then I like the setup here with the screen being in the dash, not necessarily up and out. And then you still have storage up here to put change or whatever you might want to put there. And on the Pro-4X, kind of like the SRs, I love the orange accents throughout. That just looks really clean. The stitching throughout, it's a really nice look. Now I'm going to use the manual shift Here we go. So pretty quick for a pickup truck. Now I want to give one more thanks to John Roberts Nissan here in Manchester, Tennessee for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But the wind noise is coming in quite a bit because it's very windy outside. I'm surprised with how the road noise is almost not noticeable in this situation here. Now, it might have to do with how windy it is outside, but I think it's just the overall sound of the tires is just such a calm sound. But I mean, for a pickup truck in this segment, this price point, especially for it to kind of have this feel to it, I think it's a solid deal with full four-wheel drive. You have your different off-road drive modes. You get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. You're getting your heated seats, the heated steering wheel. And even though these seats are cloth, they feel premium. They have power. The driver's side has power lumbar as well. I think for the money, it's a good option. Now, I will say, kind of with it almost has like a lifted feel to it in a good way, but I can kind of feel myself get a little bit more shakiness in the cabin than I would probably in like an S or an SV or something like that. So just something else to keep in mind. This wind is insane today, so. But I do think it's a really nice truck for the money. It has a lot that it can accomplish. Fuel economy is not terrible, and I really like it. So, all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Nissan Frontier Pro 4X.